Oh, there she goes.
Hi, oh my goodness. I missed you.
This place has changed so much since we lived here. I used to live at 1600 Dune Street when we first moved to Fredericksburg. All this stuff is so new.
My parents and I just moved in this way.
It's a nice place. I remember shooting pool at the clubhouse. I don't know if they still have that or not.
The what?
Shooting pool at the clubhouse.
They do. Hey, baby. It's open again finally since COVID.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my dad's coming. He just had to use the restroom first, and I went to see her.
No
Hi,
problem.
baby, I missed you. Give me mwah, mwah.
So the last harness that we got is too big, and this one's still a little too small, but it's the size right. So I'll try maybe one more time with buying a small of the medium one camo that we got. Okay, because I feel like that'd be the perfect one, but we just couldn't find a blue one.
I love the style of that one.
Yeah, these other ones are like, eh.
Yeah, it's just a little bit smaller. I mean, which is nice.
And this is medium too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. Hi, how you doing?
Just the harness itself, like the area of the sticker.
Yeah.
Hi, baby.
All right, so I'll definitely look into that then. we'll kind of get that situated for her next week. Hi, I'm TJ. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Hallie. Oh. You'll miss your sibling. There you go. So whenever they had some problems, was it when they were already playing? Was it like any kind of resource or?
Toys. And Indy would come up behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh, that's pretty much.
yeah, Hallie's not good when she gets like startled.
Makes sense.
So
She seems
anyone can
older.
get behind her, even if I
Yeah,
like
she's
touch
not
her in the
bad.
back right
Okay.
now, she might get a little scared.
Okay. Hi.
She's also just not good when she's first meeting the new dogs.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Yeah. Any dogs that are smaller than her too, she likes to dominate.
I can
Aw.
take her if you want me to.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Hey!
No,
Aw.
ma'am. No.
I'm so...
It's okay. Go ahead and let me see that because it didn't look too bad, and I'll kind of want to see like why she's doing it if possible. If we need to, we can also like get a muzzle going on, so that way we can actually have extended time together with them.
She doesn't bite her typically. Indy can get away for sure.
Yeah, she doesn't hurt her. She just knows that she's not happy.
I mean, she might hurt her that
Hi.
right now because she's been
She
biting
hasn't-
hard lately.
Like,
She bit me yesterday, like in mommy.
it'd be a good idea to get one just as a safety net. Because the way that I train them, kind of build a positive association with the muzzles. They like having it on, and then that way, in those kind of circumstances when we push their comfort zones, because that's what we're going to have to do to actually work on the behavior. So they'll be kind of riding that threshold more often, and so incidents we almost want them to happen, so that way we can practice and learn with them.
Birthday, I can't do it.
There's only
My mom would be Indy's idea, but she'll be here probably before we're over and we can talk to her.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's all right. I'll send you a couple pictures, and I have lots of videos and stuff on there. Hi, go ahead and let her see me. Hi, how you doing? Hi.
No jump.
What is
She
that?
smells the treats.
Oh yeah, would you like a treat?
very
Does she have any allergies?
Chicken.
Okay, let's do salmon then. Some salmon. There you go.
You're gonna have to tell me where you get those recipes, or those treats.
Oh, you can either order them online or at the
I just want
PetSmart.
to get her the salmon ones for sure. Her skin
Hi.
is,
Good girl.
feels really nice.
Allie.
Feels
Come here, girl.
Hi. Oh, I know you like the treats, huh?
There's if you probably know that there's a dog park over here and there's one over there too. He said he used to live over.
Oh, okay.
So let's go ahead and head over there so that way we can
Yeah.
kind of get them off leash and.
That'd be nice. Daddy, you
Good girl. Good girl.
Y'all know where you're going.
Hi. Oh, she's so excited.
We didn't bring a toy out here, did we?
No, I didn't.
Do you want me to?
Hey, no,
I've got some
ma'am.
balls if necessary. No, that's fine. So like what ends up happening there when she kind of gets up and intense is that this one does too. And what we'll do is I'll actually trade you so that way I can handle her.
Okay. I mean, I can hold Indy.
Yeah.
Daddy,
You
you want to give him and Hallie.
Hi, Boo Boo. Good girl.
Do you like the stickers, Daddy? The patches?
What?
The patches?
There's a bunch of different ones that you'll have in the pack, so you'll be able
We
to
got
kind of
the,
pick and choose.
Did you get both of the
This way.
variety packs or just one of them?
Both of them.
Okay, awesome.
And then most of the vests actually come with some too, so you've got plenty.
And is that like
Hi, how you doing?
at the end of the training I'll pay you back for the ones that you end up giving me, or how is this?
It's
Go? My mom was
it's
asking.
fine. Good.
No, man.
Good girl. There you go. Good job. Good.
So-
I get a
No, it's okay. So the
No, I need to practice not being scared.
so there's a couple things that go on too. Like you have to really assess the situation and what's going on. We want to try to figure out why she's doing it before we just tell her not to. And then also when she stops on her own accord as opposed to pulling her away, that's when we want to give her that praise. Hi, how you doing? She's very friendly if you want to say hi.
This one is.
That one is. This one.
This one, say hi.
Okay. So you're good with the boxer one.
So
There you go.
we've had her almost 2 years now, so we got her as.
Oh. This one?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, when we first met her, we were cool for a minute, and then she bit me.
Aw.
Yeah, it took about an hour. You want me to take her again, or you?
Oh no, we're good. I'm just trying to pay attention to both. Beautiful boxer. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Okay, come on, Boo Boo. Yeah, come on. So a lot of times, and the only thing that I kind of really see now so far is just the fact that if we don't know her social history, and all we can kind of really go off of is when she is reacting and how she is. And right now it just seems like the combination of her kind of being easily spooked and also her lack of interactions with other pups. It kind of leads me to right now, because it's real very early, but just kind of believe that she's doing it because she is thinking the other dog is actually being the aggressor when they're being too much and playful. Even because right there when she was jumping on her to play, it seemed more of like a defensive like reaction than anything aggressive. And usually you can tell also because like usually the more aggressive cases will fixate longer and be harder to pull away, whereas you're kind of very easily kind of able to just redirect her and snap her back out of it. Usually the more aggressive cases that I work with, they fixate a lot harder, and it's a lot harder to pull them out of that red zone. Whereas this, I think it's just like that instinct, kind of that gut reaction, and then it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she's very protective of my wife also.
Okay.
She is
Very.
like it's a reaction though, because she like that's what happened last night. She just got a little freaked out when I started like snoring with her. I've never done that before, but I always just rub my head against her and like lay with her and stuff. And my mom's hand was there.
Good girl, good potty.
And she ended up just like snapping back, but then she realized it was me and didn't. Like she tried to get away, you know.
Yeah.
She, I mean, for the first Hallie, wait, for the first 6 months we had her, nobody could come into the house.
Aw.
We couldn't even get it. My parents couldn't get into their truck when they first got her.
We
Because
got-
she got inside first, and then she got scared to let them in.
Okay. Yeah. So a lot of it is just definitely going to be getting her used to those situations, and so she can see that there's no threat, and then that way she won't feel the need to react in the first place, as opposed to having her react and then telling her not to. So that's why, like I said, a lot of the kind of work that I do with this one has to be like
Wait.
like muzzle based, just because it gives her that opportunity to gives her that opportunity for those extended sessions.
When we've
Oh, this is nicer than it was before.
when we go to the parks, we're trying to introduce her with other dogs. I'm familiar, but fence is an issue. She gets that fence, that barrier, she gets pretty aggressive.
Yeah. The leash aggression and fence aggression makes sense too.
It does. Right. He hates the other one. I have like a little tiny purple one, but I only can fit really like 3.5 fingers in it, so he can't have much.
And that's where this one is good because you can actually adjust it to make it smaller for your hand, and he can adjust it to make it bigger for his.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy, you can adjust it to make it a hand size.
Right now it's the biggest one for him, but if you needed it smaller, you can actually turn the wheel, and that way you can actually.
Cool.
I'll send you a link with one of the cases that I worked with, which was actually a bulldog and being food possessive with their peers, because outside of that they were great, you know, but then and they would actually think, the parents at first, and you'll kind of see it in the videos if you get a chance to watch, but the parents actually thought it was all this one, the one that was attacking the others, but it was actually because they were scared that they were going to lose their item from the bigger one that never like listened to those corrections. And so like sometimes you have to take a look at the big picture of what's going on instead of just who's doing the biting, because that's always very easy to see and kind of judge. And so what we did was we just got him used to having higher value items with dogs around, and the dog's not doing anything, not trying to take it. Like I would guard it for them so they didn't feel the need to, and then going back and forth, taking something, enjoying it, giving it to somebody else, and vice versa. And like I said, that stuff it sounds easy, but it's probably some of the most dangerous work.
Yeah.
And the muzzles definitely help at first, but especially possessive cases with people too, it's very hard.
Because
yeah. Usually the brachial ones, you get like the mesh muzzles that kind of go over the whole part. There's a new silicone one too, but but the main thing is to just get one that will kind of be comfortable and overhang, so she has plenty of room in there to pant and things.
Yeah, so she can get freaked out inside of it because she'll get a little scared.
With her advanced age, she is she wears down pretty quick. We got a stroller for when we go for walks.
Yeah.
About 3/4 of a mile, she's done. Like she'll probably lay down on.
Hi. That's understandable.
Can I throw a ball? She's gonna eat the sticks otherwise.
That's fine. So the good thing is too is because she's treat motivated, you can kind of make muzzle time into treat time. You know, what I'll do is I'll put the treat inside the muzzle and get them used to eating it and having it on. Yeah.
Thank you.
Man, this place is great. They didn't have any of this stuff before.
Can I see the ball of yours if you have it?
Oh, sorry, I have it in the car. If you need to, you can
okay.
grab some out of the car.
Never mind. She just will eat the sticks, so I just gotta make sure I get them out her mouth. She likes to like
There's
literally
toys in
swallow
here
little
somewhere.
pieces of bark.
Oh,
I
here.
don't know why.
You can have her follow you around for some treats.
She'll
keep
chew
her
my
occupied.
strings. She likes that too.
There you go.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
She
That way you
loves
can
to chew on these.
you can practice some recall.
Come. Andy.
Good. There you go. Good girl. There you go.
Good girl.
There you go. Good.
Good job. Good job, Gentle. Lay down.
But yeah, because seeing how she is normally, we definitely have good feelings about making progress with working with her sometime.
Such a good girl, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Blakey. You're so good.
Well, that's good. It's definitely not as bad as I was
Oh,
thinking it could be too.
No, you got it.
There you go.
girl.
You can take that off if we're not going to use it as well, just because it is hanging down.
Yeah, baby. You want to release off?
It's just like a collar on the top.
It's like for the seatbelt type of thing.
Oh no, that's just for the head halter.
Oh, okay.
Come here, girl.
There you go. Good. That's good.
Good. I can see the difference in you.
It's good.
Normally you're all over the place.
She's gotten a little bit better. The main thing that we're still working with is like in social situations when she gets overwhelmed or scared. In like the normal neighborhood and then like the parks and everything, her drills are like 100% already. But I figured that would be the easy part with her, you know.
She's a puller.
Wait.
First walked her.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, I thought I did a 3-hour workout. Now she's pulling me.
I noticed too, like as soon as this one pulls, it reinitiates her pulling. So that's just something that you have to be aware of. either I would attach the head halter and work with her, or work with them, or walk them separate, so that way she doesn't just re-pick up on bad behaviors.
Yeah, that's my fear, is picking up on the bad behavior.
It always happens faster than the good behaviors. The siblings always pass down like the bad ones. It's just how it is.
Can I have a salmon treat for Hallie?
Sure.
She got up there because she thought that's why Indy got one.
Oh, sure. Here you go.
Thank you.
Indy, sit. Good girl.
Come back down. Down. Gentle. Gentle. Indy, not your turn.
There you go.
They're so cute because of Brindle, aren't they?
They make a good pair. She's very cute.
I used to say that like she thinks this is her aunt or something, like her fake mom, because she lets her beat her up, like it's her mom. She doesn't anymore as much, but she did at the beginning.
Aw.
Now she's kind of learned. This is my sissy.
Good. It's okay. Yeah. Who's that, huh? Are you getting jelly? You getting jelly? There you go. Good. Good. Come on. See, like the movement is what's attracting, right?
Yeah.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Good.
So that's also how Hallie plays.
Mm-hmm. The chasing is a very like natural thing for dogs, so like the fact that she gets more amped up as soon as she starts running around, or if she, heaven forbid, get the zoomies, you know?
Oh, she does sometimes just feel it.
And that's where it's actually, like I said, once you get them used to having the muzzle on, she can actually play with the muzzle on too and get them used to it. And they can kind of run and chase each other. Most of the time too, after they realize that they can't nip, they'll just stop as well.
Do you see her being able to ever go to like that actual park with other dogs with muzzle type of thing, or without a muzzle?
What I do is I start them off outside first, and then inside with the muzzle on the leash, and then off of the leash with the muzzle, and then off of the muzzle altogether. I'll try to find another video to show you guys, but yeah, no, I've definitely had worse dogs reactive wise than her, because even when we had those two
with Wag Your Tail, she did like a 10-week training with Kay.
10 weeks, wow.
Well,
so it was
not
once a week you did a session.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so it wasn't boarding.
going into PetSmart or Lowe's, like at the beginning we would go maybe 10 feet.
Okay.
Because of her pulling, we were just trying to get her to understand that she's not allowed to pull us the entire time.
It's a hard one. But yeah, just seeing how she reacted with those two other dogs there.
No!
No? Good girl.
That's not nice. Don't be jelly.
It's okay.
Okay, I'll let you talk then.
Yeah. You're good. Because see, like, she was giving her own correction as well as she was moving away. So that's why you'll have to like really watch these interactions. It's like if she then, after she doesn't listen, then I would step in, okay, to let her know that she's being too much, because you want them to be able to kind of communicate with each other first. Set their own boundaries between one another, and then you step in to referee in case you need to. It's a lot more like, it'll be hard at first, and that's where like the muzzle will help too, and your nerves, but it'll be more like refereeing an MMA fight than just, you know, anything else. Like you want them to kind of get their, you want them to get their hits in, but then you have to step in when, you know, one other dog gets overwhelmed or, you know, needs to call it.
You would have so much fun if you came to my work. We have usually at least 100 dogs there, maybe 150.
I'm used to that.
Do you board the dogs just for like watching them, or only you train?
I only train with Wags. Sometimes they'll hire for board, but just because we've been so busy with the board and train, and like we're booked for like a couple months, and it's like the summer bleeds right into like the holiday season because we get so behind.
I was just wondering because Hallie used to go and board with Kay when we would leave and like do trips where she couldn't come, but she moved out of state, so. Yeah,
that was a shame. She was with us for a little while.
And she had a video of when she had her in her pool. Yeah.
That was cool, like the dock diving setup.
Apparently it didn't like support her neck enough.
Aw.
She was a little top heavy.
Makes sense.
Yeah, my baby. I was gonna ask if I could steal her tonight, but then I was like, he's not gonna agree to that, so yeah.
Yeah, it's fine if you want to keep her and then just meet her up again tomorrow morning, or in the evening. 'Cause the only thing is, like, this will be her evening session, so she'll be kind of done for the day, except for the evening, like the late night walk. And then tomorrow morning is when she'll resume her sessions again.
What time
And
would
then
that be? Cause I can get her there, or we could meet. If you'd like.
it's usually pretty early, or like around 7, because then I'll do like her from 7 to like 7:30, and then give her a break, and then do the other dog from 7:30 to 8, and then do that again till 9, and then I head out for my session, because I have one at 10 over in Spotsy, so then I'll be heading out. So I'll be gone from 10 to 11, and then again from 3 to 4. But I'll be back here in Fredericksburg from 3 to 4. So if you want, I can swing by afterwards and pick her up on my way back from my final session. But she would just kind of lose a day. You can always tack one on later if you wanted.
Is that okay with mommy's like birthday plans? I just think mommy wants to see her too, probably, and I would love to sleep with her. I think it'd be nice to his past 2 nights, so it's really hard to do
It's
so.
up to you. It's up to you.
Okay.
You don't have to do anything.
I want my baby for a night. I just miss you too much.
So how does she do when she's alone, like in the house? Is she?
There's a dog camera that you can watch, Daddy. I can send you the thing.
Most of the time she's so tired they're just laying there.
Yeah. I'd love to see how she does tomorrow evening. Like, she's gonna have a session with you, of course, in the afternoon, but she'll just be hanging out with us a little bit more and like probably recovering her body. So I'd love to see how she does in the evening tomorrow, like when she's a little more rested, you know?
Yeah.
When she's left alone.
Well, I mean, we have dinner plans.
No, I know. I mean, when she's with him.
Oh.
I don't want her ruining my stuff or the stuff I bought for her. But that was an $80 bed, so please don't ruin it, babes.
Your bed is okay. They started chewing on the other bed a little bit, but I stopped them.
Okay, if they start chewing on it, would you mind just like taking it from them?
Yeah, I always just separate them from
I
it.
can always bring her a different bed, like a cheaper Walmart one or something, but like,
Oh no, she's still fine.
So cute in that one.
Yeah, no, they're still fine on theirs.
How do you wash them or use the wipes? You said.
I use the puppy wipes.
Okay. I was just wondering if her bed's getting dirty, honestly, but then I was like, it probably can just wash out.
Yeah, most of them are designed so that way you can unzip them and wash them.
Okay.
But she's been really good about sharing it. I don't know if I sent you that one or
Yeah,
not.
you sent me that photo. It's so cute. Daddy, we'll get
And we
it.
can get lovings too.
She's hanging out with her little cattle dog boyfriend there.
Oh,
But yeah, she has no problems going in there.
well, good.
Taking a
'cause
nap.
That was one of the from her previous history was being kept in that chicken coop.
Yeah, she
Right.
wasn't able to do it, but I think that the bed perfect fits in there. So the
Don't lick
cage that
that
she
water,
has,
sweetie.
Good rainwater, hopefully.
Or the cage, sorry, not the rain. The cage that she has at home.
Here,
like,
we
her
can,
her
if
bed
that's
was
on, we
made
can
for.
Yeah,
give her
it
some
should.
water.
So now her bed fits in it.
That's good. And you can kind of see the dynamic there, like when she moved in and then your other pup here moved towards her. She just kind of moved away and gave her that space. That's fine. You know, we want her to be comfortable in the same living area, but also like respectful of the other pup as well. You know, not every dog is going to get along well with others, and you know, sometimes. So here, right? There you go. So she's gonna let her drink first and then give her space, and then when it's your turn, it's her turn to drink. That's when it's your responsibility to make sure that she gets the space that she needs, because she's gonna be more inclined to move even when she shouldn't have to. And that's where like the whole pack leader alpha thing is the only time when it kind of really steps in, is when you need to let everybody know that they feel safe and secure because of you. You know, you're the one that controls the resources.
Come here. Sit. Sit. Allie.
Good sit, good girl. So go ahead and give her some water.
Indy, come here, baby.
No, ma'am.
Callie, wait.
Come.
You want some water?
Good sit. Good. Whoop. Wait. Yes, very good. There you go. Good job. Good job. Good. So just like learning to control resources more is good for just like the kind of overall feeling in the home environment. We had one instance once when I was working with a family, and because she was scared of the dogs, she had German Shepherds and a Malamute, and a Husky. And so what ended up happening was the Malamute actually ended up taking control of that role as who gets what resource. And that can be very dangerous.
Allie, no, ma'am.
Good girl, good.
Allie, come here. Allie,
That way.
Allie, come here. Come here, girl. Allie.
You want it no more?
Is it because I have the treats? Is it because I have the treats? Here.
Allie,
You both can have some water.
come here. Allie.
Andy's just chilling. Is she excited to
Sit.
That's fine.
Sit.
Good, there you go.
Girl.
Good girl. Yes. And like with the what I usually call like bully charging, sometimes that's just how they play as well. And her also, you know, biting might just be from not knowing how hard to bite or how hard not to bite, because dogs, when they play, and you'll see that constantly with these guys, they bite, but the thing is they've learned from playing with other dogs, usually when they're younger, how hard to bite and how hard not to bite. And so if she's lacked those social skills during her development years, then, you know, she's doing everything that she thinks and is natural, but she just doesn't have like the finer details because she didn't get a chance to read the manual.
Yeah.
My sister's dog just said, ah.
Yeah.
The only background that we had from her when we got her was that she'd been a grandchild. We don't know if it's a toy, whatever. Just
I can see that.
happened, so they had to give her up.
Hmm.
But like knocking on the door, she gets very
Apprehensive.
yeah, she's like running around the house, scares someone standing up. And
It's mostly loud noises with her.
Come on. Good. This way. Wait. Good. Good. Very good. Good sharing. Good job. Yes. Good girl. Very good. Good. There you go. I want her to just look at her, be able to share things in close proximity, and redirect back to me without, you know, overreacting or lunging or something like that. Same when she's just running around playing. You know, if you're able to recall and redirect her in like those critical moments before she starts charging or as she is, that's going to be a little bit harder, but that'll be a great way to kind of stop it. But like I said, with the muzzle, you want it to kind of continue so she can tell her not to do it, and then create the space and then have her give up, you know, and be the only difference. So like, you know, you can step in to help out, but
You're on a diet.
I know, my goodness. But yeah, that's the hardest part, because like fixing things that, you know, should have been given to them a lot younger just takes a lot of effort, and there's really no substitution for like their own social work and development. Oh, I know, you're so persistent. You got that bully persistence. Yeah.
We have a little English bulldog at work, and he is just crazy. His eyes are the brightest ever, and they're so big. He's instant.
no, ma'am.
Like a light brindle brown.
I know,
So
Daddy's
cute.
saying no. I know.
Always.
You're gonna do it. Good girl. Yeah, I worked with one before that liked the, you know, those little ball throwers.
Mm-hmm.
He liked the ball throwers so much that like he wouldn't even pay attention to the ball. He would just be so fixated. And it just reminds you that they just get so like locked in when they want something.
Mm-hmm. You know, so we went to this park, and I think it's Ashland, and they have tennis balls to like throw the ball up and hit it with. My dad did that with the ball, and Indy went running for the ball. Hallie went running for the tennis thing and grabbed at it with his hand.
Yeah, that makes about sense. Oh.
Big baby.
Yeah, I'll send you guys a couple links, and I'll look at into a couple past videos to see what might fit well for you to take a look at, and you know, we can hopefully do a session with them together after we get her kind of used to having a muzzle on, or at least during the drop off, kind of give you some tips and advice. But he said a lot of it when I'm working with reactive dogs is just getting them to share positive space. You know, me controlling the resources, me like affection too. You know, if like she's hanging out and petting her and she comes in, it's up to her to stop her so she can keep giving her affection. So things like that, you know, we can teach you guys, and then you just have to execute.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes the hardest part, is just, you know, to be calmly doing that. Calmly and assertively, not like anxiously or out of fear.
Using consistency, guys, is the hardest part. I love that.
Well, I mean, 'cause
it is.
at times you just don't feel like doing that extra
thank you.
stuff, but you got to do that extra stuff.
And then whenever you don't, just have them separated, you know. I have the baby gates at home, and then we have them on different levels sometimes when I have aggressive cases and they're not ready for the pack. I give them time with the pack, and then let it try to work things out, and then whenever they need a break or the pack needs a break, give them time separate, you know. And especially with older pups too, who just like their own personal space, or they're used to certain ways and doing things, then that's fine. There you go. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. Very good.
So he's more walking, or
I did feel it, but I also did piece it up. Can you walk that way again?
I'm just along for the ride. I don't.
So what we'll do is, you can have her with the head halter on, so we can try to get her walking well, even with this one, which is going to be harder. And I might have to take turns and whatnot too with you. Hopefully she won't pull as much anymore too, but she's been doing number 3.
Number 3?
Yep. 3 on 3. That's how I remember hers. And then that center part just slips over her muzzle in the front. So you kind of see here. If you want to hold on to her, I can.
I've never done it before, actually.
It's fine.
Wait, Indy.
Come here. Good girl. Oh, I know you're scared of her. Hold on. Good girl. Okay. So this part here. This is here. That's there. This goes over the nose part.
Gotcha.
There you go. There you go. Now clip those two together with the outside. Yep. And then clip this onto her harness. There you go.
Not pretty, girl.
She slipped it off already. It's fine.
She said, no, I'm always that.
She might be okay without it. If not, I'll re-tie it for her.
Yeah, because it's on her harness too. So.
But she's been walking really good without it. It's just there for when she gets scared. So that's why I had it on in case of this one freaking her out. Good. Hi. Oh, I know. Here, I'll take Allie since she's kind of stuck with me anyways.
Okay.
Good girl.
Well, she's not pulling to go towards the car.
That's good, because we've had to work through a lot of traffic, so it seemed to be. So here in this case, right, we kind of figure out why she's stuck in there. Either she's checking out about what's about to happen there and the sound is distracting her, or she's unsure of the person with the hat. And so what I usually do before just trying to pull her along is to give her an opportunity to get used to these things, and then just kind of slowly start walking that way.
You said she had issues with hats.
Yeah. So right now she's just checking out the person walking through. Perfect.
You don't have to walk like that.
I don't have a lot.
Oh, okay.
Good.
And then just start walking. There you go. Perfect. Good. I know. Are you tired? You tired? Good girl. And then here's a couple more treats for her for the recall back in if you need it.
Girl.
There you go. Yeah, she's fine. There you go.
Take her.
No, it's okay. Go ahead and call her name for me.
Hallie.
Come. Good job. That way. There you go. Good. With me? Good. Very good. But sometimes, especially with treat motivated pups too, even just pretending like you have a treat and then having them follow you for a bit, and then once they check out a few times and check back in, and then giving them a treat. There you go. Good job. Just rewards them for maintaining that focus, and when she's focused on you, she's not pulling. So kind of same thing with this one here. And she's also tired though. Good job. She's doing good. Oh no, you got a little wobble there to you.
Yeah, she has hip issues.
Aw.
Did she get her
Very good. Very good. Good girl. There you go. Good. And pretty much we're at the point now where like anywhere from like 3 to 5 redirects, I'll give her a treat. So it doesn't have to be after every single one, but it's still something I just kind of keep count of to help kind of keep her motivated. But she should do most of it on her own. Good. There you go. Very good. Good girl. She is a sweet one, that's for sure. Her friends will miss her tonight.
I know she's very intelligent too. I know she knows what she's doing most of the time, I feel.
She picked up on everything really quickly. I think it's, like I said, the main hurdle for her is just working through her fears and uncertainties.
Yeah.
And just trying to make just going out and socializing with her as rewarding and kind of as easy as possible. We've been trying to go out when outside of the weather, it actually works out well because like later on in the evening when there's less people in the shopping center or like off days downtown in like the early mornings or like the later evenings. Good job. Yeah, good job. There you go. Yeah, you're doing so good. Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna get the dog back tonight. How much longer do we have? How long has it been?
I think you have another weekend on Monday, so.
Okay, okay. I can do that.
Good job.
Wait.
Good. There you go. Very good.
All my coworkers today were talking about how much I'm missing her, and it just made me miss her more. So I
Come on, girl.
Good job. I know. We'll try to slow down for you. Let's see. Do I have any more salmon left? There you go. That's the last one. I know. Got more in the car for you though. Good girl. Good job. So this is usually the good problem that I end up having with my older ladies is once they kind of know that you have treats, you know, the hard part is getting them to not pay attention to you anymore and then working with them. Good girl. Yeah, I know, you're doing so good. Just your parents just always have to have treats on them, that's all. Good job. Good, and then just let her respond back to the leash pressure too when she hits the end of it. Yes, good girl. Good girl.
Are you ready to go to sleep now?
Good girl. Hi. girl.
So when she's tugging like this, what is the best way for her to kind of back up, or?
For her right now, because we're trying to get her used to actually responding to the leash pressure, I just hold until she gives up, and then she'll come back on her own. It's just harder right now because her mom just went that way. So just hold strong right there, and she should come back onto her own after she gives up. Good girl. And then same there, just hold strong. And you know, a lot of people refer to this as kind of breaking the dog. Just having the patience and will for them to kind of respond and kind of give up on whatever they're pulling towards, and then reward that behavior. And it just takes patience, but it just kind of.
She's not pulling as much
Mhm.
as she did previously.
Yeah,
Tell the difference there.
she's doing good.
Before she's like digging and trying to do it.
Hmm.
A little bit of pressure, and just a focus on
Yeah. The main times that I have her still pull is when she's scared of something, and so we're working on her not pulling away from that fear. Just like I said, just kind of holding her there, letting her see that there's nothing to be afraid of, and then letting her kind of give up and get used to that sound and then come back. Okay? And then if, like for example, if we had to get going, all you'd have to do is just lock the leash where it is now, and then just start walking this way. And the natural tension, well, there you go, good girl. We'll redirect her. Good girl. I know, we've done this a few times, huh? Good girl.
girl. Oh, Indy, that was so good. Come here, girl.
She's like, hold on, I gotta go back to seeing where my mom's going. So that way she actually gets used to just responding to the leash pressure of you walking away, instead of having to extra tug or to call her name or all those extra things. We save those extra things for when she needs them, like when she's scared or when there's another dog, you know, things like that. But we want as much of it as possible for her to just do on her own, especially if she wants her to be a service dog. As I was telling her, a lot of it is gonna have to be just natural. I mean, she doesn't have to micromanage as much. And the loyalty thing too is something that you don't want to, you know, overly correct anyways. The main thing that we would correct on is if she kept driving, you know. She's gotten a lot better. Good girl. Good job. Look at you. Oh, this is a sweet potato. Here you go. Good job. And just rewarding her, seeing her running or hopping around and not doing anything. A lot of times we get so caught up in the bad behaviors of them, like lunging and snapping, that we stop to kind of reward and teach them that, hey, you're all those things that you were doing before that you were running after her with, you're not doing. Good job. You know. Oh, I know, you're probably exhausted though. So you kind of work on both ends of it. You know, you work on when they're doing the right thing, and you work on when they're doing the wrong thing. And just helps to kind of guide them to what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing, instead of like always waiting for them to do the wrong thing and correcting. Good job. Or also just giving them praise for not doing anything. You know, it's like you kind of have to have that balance, and it really helps to develop the behaviors that you want. You just kind of work on both ends of the candle, that's all. Hi, you're doing so good. Yeah.
Are you ready?
You want to take her back?
Are you ready to go to sleep?
Then what we'll do for her before this last little walk around here is get her used to this again.
Or do you want to keep walking?
It's up to you guys.
I think we can walk around here.
All right. Well, I don't know what.
Come
You
here,
can
boo boo.
walk Hallie, like,
Yeah.
back to the.
Cause she might be done.
Yeah. And he's looking for the cat.
All right.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Let's go back. Come on.
Come here, you.
Leave it.
Come on, girl. Good girl.
Oh, there we go. So because this is, here, I'll take this for a moment, because this is actually fitted for hers is coming in, but because this one's actually fitted for blue, that's why it's a little loose.
Okay.
Good girl. But I'm just using it now to kind of get her a little bit used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Good girl. Come on. I know.
She's like, what is this? I don't like it.
Right?
Come on, Andy.
So just trying to kind of get her going again to keep her mind off of it. There you go. There you go. Good girl. No, she's still trying to wiggle it
She's
down.
pretty persistent.
I might have the oh no, I think I have that one at home. The universal like halty one that would help. But I like this one because it kind of fits towards like the back of her head as opposed to the front.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have that in the car.
And with her, what is the reasoning for using that? I'm just curious.
Just it helps with correcting her pulling naturally, because the harder that she pulls, the more it pulls against it.
Okay.
And so it kind of auto corrects for you, because we want.
She had started biting or something.
Oh no, no, it's just a guide. So like when she's not pulling, it's loose, but then when she does, like when she sees another dog is pretty much the only time, or when she gets scared, it helps to kind of it helps to snap her focus out of it because it annoys her, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it harder for her to concentrate on the other dog or whatever was scaring her while you're redirecting her.
Is Mommy home, Daddy? I see a pilot right there. You want to text her to come down real quick? We'll call her? So I'm sure Indy wants to see her. I don't care if she wants to see Indy.
Aw,
She's been saying she misses her.
good girl.
Yeah. I'll miss you again. So next week, I'm not sure exactly what time yet I can do. I think I can do Wednesday though. Is there any times that would work for you Wednesday?
Let me check.
Daddy, can I have my cell phone?
Good girl, this way, come on.
Yeah, she's coming.
Good girl.
She's coming towards my truck.
Alright, I'm just trying to look at my calendar. I just switched my shifts and stuff, so I'm trying to make sure.
Are you not happy that's going? No, you're not. Are you embarrassed?
She's just slowly letting it slip off. Good girl, I know. There you go, good girl. There you go, good girl. Who's that? Go get her. Go get her.
Hi there, I missed you. Oh my goodness, yes, I missed you. Oh my goodness, you're doing so good. Did she do it good with Hallie? Did Hallie do it good with her?
Yeah, she was doing good.
Oh my
She only lunged at her a couple times. You know, she stopped on her own the last couple times, which was really good.
I miss you, yes. Oh, you're doing so good. You look so good.
She said she wants to kiss you.
I
Aww.
know she wants to kiss me.
She does not like that.
Oh, no jump, remember?
Good girl. There you go.
Is this new that you just started using this? Okay.
It's just for when she gets freaked out or sees another dog. It just helps to help with the pulling.
Or is that like anti?
No, it's fine.
Come here, Buzzy. You can give her kisses. Give me kisses.
Is that it'll be just something that we're gonna be working on for the rest of the week,
I'm
anyways.
just weak and I'm her mom, so like you could
It's
be the
fine.
brutal one and cry.
Hey,
out
did you
loud
see the
about
helicopter
everything.
above your head?
I don't care. I just want. I was letting her give mommy kisses because I knew she was being nice.
Yes, I know.
Once hers comes in and it fits properly, it'll be a little bit less annoying for her.
So, right about good with her.
That seems to be her problem with almost everything is fitment.
Yeah,
She's
like
very
an
in between sizes.
size.
Hmm.
Because we got her like a no pull harness,
Mhm.
and it ended up being too big for her.
Oh yeah.
But we went off the measurements.
Mhm.
Wow, or Indy, you're doing so good. I missed you.
This is her third harness, right?
Yeah.
Trying.
We're ordering one more,
I like it.
and it's gonna be the one. Okay, fourth one's a charm.
But I think the patches really help because it'll help with people like getting to actually come up to her and when, especially with their dogs too. But mostly you like socializing and letting other people know that her mannerisms aren't anything threatening, and that she is friendly just really helps with those social situations.
I mean, we had a big thing on ours for a long time that said "Do not pet," and people still would walk right up to her trying to pet her.
They-
She's gonna bite you.
Right.
recommended getting a mesh muzzle for Hallie, so Hallie understands and learns how to play.
Mhm.
How that interaction.
Okay, good. Well, we can find one that fits her isn't the issue.
Yeah, he said that he could look and see what he's done for the other ones.
I'll send you a couple links.
That'd be great.
I just
Hallie doesn't know how she missed that social cue when she was younger.
Yeah, I don't think she had any social cues.
so Honey.
Yeah,
there
it's like
is-
it's like a whole face mask.
Honey there is working on the same kind of
Can
issue.
we do a red one so she'll see Spider-Man?
This one actually is a custom muzzle job, and then I don't know if the other kinds will work, but just getting them comfortable and enjoying having a muzzle on really helps, so that way they can have those interactions and the other dog can be safe.
Okay.
Because she's actually doing a good job of making space and also correcting her when she's doing
Okay.
those inappropriate things. So we just need them to kind of continue working things out on their own as much as possible, and
Yeah.
thatll make it safe for her to
For the
do.
most part, they
Mhm.
have.
Yeah, they've been
Go
doing
at
good.
it until one's being
Like with the muzzle though.
with the muzzle,
Okay.
let them kind of go
This
at it.
one makes
until
high pitched squeals, so you think she's automatically getting hurt.
No, I think she is.
She's getting overwhelmed too.
Yeah, that too.
Well, Hallie did.
Like,
I mean, she
freaked
just bit
out.
my friend's kid on.
It's like having a mini man.
And that's another reason why you'd want a muzzle, so that way you
Well,
can
this is the thing,
socialize
though.
them in
We
those
said,
situations too.
Don't put your face on her face.
Generally a
Don't
good
put your
idea with
face on her
dogs.
face.
Yeah, if the kid's face was like 6
And the kid
inches.
came up and put his face right there, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
So I was like, you back away, and then I grabbed her, and he just kind of barely got her.
Mhm.
Unfortunately.
Girl, I am so happy.
You're doing so good. You didn't. You only jumped on me one time.
That excitement.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
That big excitement.
Miss your
She didn't pee when she saw any of us.
Yeah.
That
Did you
is-
miss your Gigi? Is she doing good being at home by herself?
Oh, she hasn't been by herself a lot because the other dogs are there. Usually it's just my old ladies laying around. But the couple times that I've left her while I was out walking the other dogs or working with the other boarding dogs, she was fine because she would just rest.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause that's our biggest thing. Like for me at least, is being able to have her stay at home
But
or by herself,
Mhm.
because there's at times when you can't take her.
I know.
like,
And if
we
she
wanted
can't
to go
take her,
do
I almost
something
feel
as a
hostile
family.
at home.
Right. And that's where I think, especially helping them with their dynamic, so that way she feels like that she has somebody there too, will help with just the separation anxiety. And then also just practicing her coming and going a lot will help, because that's what I do all the time. So she's still a little bit whiny and crying when I leave, but it's nothing as severe because I just come and go so often.
Well, the big thing is she always grabs something of hers to destroy. Like specifically her.
So they would do
Oh,
that.
she would go grab your clothes.
Good girl.
Oh my goodness, you're doing so good.
Like
She's so smart though, she really is.
Mhm. Yeah, she
I
picked
know
up
that
on everything really quick. The main thing too there is just the difference in environment. Like I have a very controlled environment where there isn't anything for the dogs to get into. Unless it's something that they should be getting into, like a toy or something.
Yeah.
And so a lot of that too, like if, you know, in an apartment.
For the most part, we do.
Good
is
girl.
This one, because you know she's still a teenager, has a teenager's bedroom.
Yeah, just learning to put.
all my stuff really dog proofed at this point.
There you go.
Everything is dog
Don't
proofed.
eat
It was just when I first got her, I didn't have the finances to get her and to get all the vaccinations and that.
Wait,
So I just
and
let
you
the
were
stuff get
learning
ruined.
each other.
Yeah. I didn't know.
you like the flowers?
Andy girl.
Are you getting some floral accoutrements here?
Yeah.
You're doing
Good girl.
So good. Yeah, Hallie saw me when she was like, I can't move. She didn't even get up for me.
Oh,
Give her your
she was pretty tired.
She gets tired pretty quick.
Mhm.
Say goodbye.
She's old.
There's cars that way. So
Okay.
Yeah, she's an old lady that was never like trained until we got her. So
She doesn't seem very bad off though. A lot of her behaviors are pretty much in line with a dog that I would expect in those situations, especially a bulldog.
Yeah.
She's actually less fixated than other bullies that I've worked with too, which is
I
good.
would say that was a lot.
Good
of
girl.
We actually went through the same training, but we did the at-home one.
Yeah.
With Kay. I don't know if you knew her, but she was.
I helped her with a couple pups before she left.
Yes, we worked very hard. Oh look, she really did leave. I jokingly said we had her watch Hallie a couple times. I said maybe she just doesn't want to watch Hallie more. She just told me she left the stage.
Aww.
No, she was so good with her. And she was great because I'm like, I can't put her in a kennel, so it was nice to have somebody that I could send her over to the house.
Some facilities have like their own like self-contained ones.
Yeah, there's one that we recommend people.
I have a trust issue because people like automatically like, oh, she's aggressive.
Good job.
So as soon as they think she's aggressive, then they just kind of like get nervous. Yeah, they label her aggressive.
Yeah, that's where you want to just kind of preview and get her used to the staff and the facility. Sometimes too, just hiring a pet sitter and just building a good relationship works really well.
Oh, we have one. She's right there.
Right.
Oh my goodness, are you giving your mom a hug? Come here. I love you.
I've been trying to teach her hugs since she did dog hair pretty much, and she still doesn't know it.
It's hard because we discourage her
The
from jumping a lot.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to make
She
sure
used to
she got
carry her
over the
across
jumping
the
before I
street.
did. That was because Indy would get out of her harness and thing, otherwise she
Good
would
girl.
freak out and she would run into the road.
Do you want to try walking her for a little
Yeah,
bit?
this one does look like it'd be harder for her to get out
See,
of.
this one has an adjustable.
So like, since your hand is smaller, you can actually twist this,
Mom, you studied it before.
and then that can for you, so it's more comfortable.
Ellie, I don't think it's a good idea.
It's up to you guys. So right here, all we have to do is like, if you want to, let's say, just walk around the pool, just go ahead and keep your arm nice and loose.
We don't want to hold you up.
Oh no, it's fine.
Alright, let's go.
This is her time here. And so we just want to try to keep it nice and loose and relaxed. So that way, whenever we do need that leash pressure, it's momentary to let her know either she's gone too far or she has to pay attention to where we're going. So just try to keep it nice and loose. And when you take your right here, she should follow. And then if she doesn't, we'll just press it once. Good girl, there you go. And then we'll just wait here. Good.
Good girl.
Very good. Here you go.
You did so. She's like, okay, I did it. See how she is food motivated.
I reward her after every few times that she stops and redirects. So that way it's not every time, but at least it helps to keep her motivated. Good
She
girl,
likes
there
the
you
food,
go.
but she likes when you like just pet her and stuff too.
Mhm. Yeah. Good girl.
She got to play with a boxer for a breeze.
That was
It
good.
was just more whining.
It's very excitement based. Mhm. She's very expressive. Good. And then just keep walking. Perfect. Good.
Or when I'm working and I pick her up from daycare, I can tell she's screaming at me and she's like, "Why you smelling other dogs, Mom?" It sounds so different
Good
than
girl,
when
there you
I
go.
pick her up on other days.
You're good. She'll keep following you. And you kind of see what I mean, like we're teaching her that momentary pressure to kind of relax and kind of keep going instead of like continuously pulling each other back and forth. Good. Very good. I know, we're waiting for everybody else. Oh no, she's good.
Okay. I thought that you were locking it, like, 'cause
Ah.
she's just staying so close to you, but she's just really excited to see you. It's okay.
Good.
And no one else is in front of her.
So Ellie went up to the apartment and Andy just stood there.
Good
She didn't,
girl.
like,
Good
try
weight.
to drag me to her. She just, a little bit of pressure down, released the pressure on it. She just stood there.
Mhm.
Is she doing good with her food?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she wants to go home.
Not yet.
So now go ahead and ask her to stop and then just turn around and then she should follow you and then just start going. Good. I heard. Good girl. Very good. So just getting her to do more things like refocusing and following and paying attention all on her own, as opposed to having to constantly micromanage her and pull her. When she does get so distracted by something, I just hold until she gives up, because I want her to do the work on her own. That's fine. We'll follow her.
Well, I'm hangry. I've been trying not to say it for like a while.
we might have to call it here, but yeah, just making it so she has to make more of the correct decisions on her own, and then just not letting her make the wrong decisions. Like when she gets scared and she wants to run away from the shopping
Just
cart,
a little bit of help.
I just make it so she can't keep running away.
She normally lays in the middle.
Oh, good girl. Yes, I know. You heard me. There you go. It's like her new name.
I'm gonna give her hugs because I'm gonna go back to the appointment.
Alright, so
You can keep walking.
are you gonna keep her tonight?
No, you said you don't want to.
I mean, you would have to take her back tomorrow, right?
I'll be back here in the afternoon to pick her up. It's up to you guys.
I understand if you don't want to do it. I can do it next time if maybe I get the chance, you know? I'll text them. I love you, baby.
We try to be flexible.
I didn't know that.
I have plans.
Yeah.
in the
Do you know
morning.
where Four Paws Pet Resort is?
No, but my friend works there and says it's a good place.
Okay, because I was wondering if maybe one of the mornings I could meet you, or like I could meet you during my lunch or something with her somewhere in Stafford.
It's
Oh,
like,
cool.
you know where the
If you're into
YMCA is off of Butler Road?
Mhm.
You just keep on going past until you get to the 2-lane road.
That
And
turns into
it kind of
one.
turns into a 2-lane. The one
Like
road-
towards River or the opposite way?
Towards 218.
Okay.
And
so-
the road turns into like.
I'll look it up.
The lane turns into a 2-lane lane. It's really cool.
You probably work with her then.
Yeah, it's thing, where is that?
It's fine, I'll Google it.
That one right there. It's off of some type of road. Okay.
Past the YMCA,
Mhm.
past the Wawa on the left-hand side, heading out where it goes from the 2 lanes down to 1 lane.
I don't think I've ever been far that
Oh,
far that
alright.
way.
It's about
That
mile
one
and
lane
a
part
half,
doesn't
2
sound
miles from
familiar.
The Wawa.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
I bet you Ellie does know your friend. She's just hungry right now.
That's understandable.
Come on.
Good girl. Yeah, we're coming. Here, I'll give Mom a couple treats to give to you, okay? Here you go.
So he had little salmon treats for Allie.
There you go.
Did he?
Yes.
I'm sure she. That was my finger. You have to be
You know
careful.
who was a new best friend?
Yeah.
Something that helps with them not nipping the finger is just sometimes the way that you deliver the treat. So if we're skittish and we're kind of giving it to them with the fingers also exposed, that could be bad. Whereas if we put it in the palm of our hand and open it, it's a lot safer.
She actually does usually really good if I say gentle. Hey. She does really good 'cause what I'll do in the morning, Hallie has to get her certain treats. And I stand there and go gentle, gentle, and they both kind of go, they just kind of like nip it from me. But now you're showing off. Not running.
Good. So like when she does start going too fast, go ahead and hold and then change direction the next time she does. All right. Good girl. And then just start going. Good girl. Because that means she's either getting too excited for what's ahead or also she's stopped kind of checking in with us.
Yeah.
So the combination of the leash pressure and then a new direction helps to kind of, with that re-engagement, it kind of gives her another reason to follow you, because now that we've kind of been just walking straight forever, we're not giving her any input, we're not really engaged in her until she starts going too far or too fast, and then it's like no. So the no part is good, but then do this instead is better. Whether it's recalling her back to the heel to walk again or changing direction, just to give her something else to focus on. Good girl, there you go.
Probably I have more than one in my hand.
It's fine. And she'll just go with you, so just keep walking. And there you go. Yep, we're coming.
She needs everybody to be together.
There you go. But at least she's checking in on everybody, which is good. Very good. Good. Sorry, I keep because she keeps looking at you and I keep telling her that she does good, she keeps looking back at me. So even though you're walking forward, try to pay attention to her, and when she does pay attention to her, just give her that acknowledgement, like right there, right there, right there. Yeah, and you kind of see how that'll kind of
She is cutting her eyes to like, hey, am I doing good?
yeah, so she is checking in. What ends up happening is if she keeps checking in enough times and you're not checking in with her too, then she's like, okay, mom doesn't care, and then starts going off. So that's why we're like, I told her right now, we're at like maybe 3 to 5 times when she checks in, then I'll give her that praise, and then we'll keep going, and then later on 5 to 10 times, and then any other time. But we just want to keep her motivated, because as soon as she kind of checks out and doesn't feel like rewarded or engaged anymore, that's when you kind of get those old behaviors that come up again.
Come on, Indy.
Good girl. But yeah, she's gotten really good with just plain old following you. That we were going over that a little bit at the dog park. That'll still cause her to pull just because the other dog is excited and pulling. Good girl.
The two of them, like they both just want to go there.
And they feed off each
And they
other.
do.
Yeah. And that's where like you would,
It's just Hallie, like I said, she's old and stubborn and stuck in her ways.
I think, like I was telling him too, from just what I saw, and you'll get to see it in the video too, a lot of it looks like good natural play. It's just she doesn't know the fine details. Like a lot of bulldogs will charge at other dogs like that when they play and nip. It's just, and dogs in general bite when they play, but she just probably didn't do a lot of it when she was younger. So usually when they,
How to play.
yeah, she doesn't know how to modulate the pressure.
Yeah, because we, that's what we
That's
figured
all.
out when she was first with Indy. Like, she just doesn't know how to play. She's finally figured
She
it
seems
out.
like she wants to,
Yeah.
but she's just coming about it the wrong way.
Mhm.
Like,
And it's overwhelming for her.
She's a little too aggressive. Like, there was one day she was running around having a great time, and then she got Indy up against the wall.
Mhm.
and then Indy had that coward down,
Right.
and then that just sent Hallie into a
Yeah.
I would say intense. A lot of times people will use aggressive a little too much nowadays because her behavior doesn't really line up with a lot of aggressive tendencies.
Good. So she's intense. We'll tell people that she's intense.
It's hard to decipher the difference between the two sometimes, but she's actually a really good case, right? When she sees another dog, her hackles come up, she starts barking, she starts pulling. It's intense. Right? A lot of people will mistaken the hackles and stuff for that aggression, whereas it just is just a state of arousal, anything other than rest. So
I know
I always thought it
when
was
Hallie's
like that.
when
Mhm.
Hallie's comes
Yeah.
up, I know she's getting
it's
upset.
there's a lot of like misconceptions out there, but
That's what I always look for.
Well, I
And I
can
said, oh,
tell.
she's getting upset. She's getting upset, and it's
Huh.
not always the case.
she's just getting riled up. That's all. Because I've had dogs do that with food.
Yeah.
They get excited, labs especially, right? But yeah, it's just anything other than a calm, restful state. And it's just important to read the whole body language. A lot of times people will know about the tail, the ears, but like how stiff is the body? How loose is the body? What is their eyes fixated on? Because what ends up happening is if you only read one part of the sentence, then you can misconstrue the whole statement, right? You have to kind of take in everything of what is going on with the dog itself, and then also what's going on in the situation, right? With Haley, when she lunged, it was only when she was being active and with somebody, you know? So either she got excited because she was either unsure or protective, or she got excited because this one was excited.
Yeah. We didn't see her but pick an Amazon truck for the mail. She's like full attack mode at that point.
And she redirects well for treats, so that's good. But like I said, I think the main thing is to just try to get her used to having a muzzle on and comfortable with one, so that way they can safely just spend more time out together.
I've been told a couple times about a muzzle. I just need to do it.
So our question is when we go to the park, because like we said, we're trying to get her to interact with other dogs,
Yeah.
but we're afraid walking in with a muzzle on her.
I'll send you the link to the video of
It's just
Honey's
people
session
like,
and
"Oh,
other
we got
dogs
a
that I've done
dangerous dog
before.
coming in." So that's
And we'll do it together sometime. What we'll do is I'll walk you through it. What I do is, because I know everybody pretty much at the Fredericksburg Dog Park anyways, I'll just walk her along the fence line, and then I put her back in the car, let people know that, you know, we're working on her. She has the ascendancies, she has the muzzle on, so they're safe, and we'll give her a break if necessary, all that stuff. So you really do a lot of socializing when you're socializing her. But I always start off outside, let them get used to the dogs, especially with her and movement, the running around.
The dog comes up to her, she will try to.
That's fine. And then just getting her used to that, and redirecting and letting her calm down. Because she's a bully breed, like with Honey, it won't take very long, but you have to get that initial part out, you know. And once you kind of get over that that intensity, once it dies down, because she's A, more tired, and then also B, more used to the other dogs running around in that environment, then we go inside and kind of let her on the leash walk and meet everybody and walk around and just keep the muzzle on. And then as she kind of does well, and after she's settled in and met everybody, then take off the leash and then stick with her in case we need to be there to intervene for anything. And then eventually after that, we take the muzzle off. But, you know, it just takes different stages. Sometimes it can take up to 4 days. Sometimes it can take the whole 2 weeks. Sometimes it takes 1 day.
The bully, like the muzzle. That's the only reason I got it. It really is. It's like a full-on face mask.
Yeah, the other pet parent calls it her Hannibal Lecter mask.
That's what it looks like, and I feel kind of bad. I mean, she's already hot enough.
That's why also taking breaks from it, you know, letting her go in, go back out, giving her a break in the car, taking it off, you know. It's the muzzle doesn't have to be a negative thing at all. I use it as a very positive, like, tool to help them get used to things that they're not used to, you know.
We'll have to order one and get it.
Yeah, I'll send, like I said, I'll send her links, and then I'll try to look through my videos, because I've got the bully dog that was food possessive with his siblings and how we work through that. And then there's countless videos that I have of, like they said, the dog aggressive ones just because they were scared or under socialized, and getting them used to other dogs and playing. So it's definitely possible. It just takes effort, and, you know, it just takes time.
Oh yes, I'm telling you, she's a completely different dog than when we first got her. Completely different.
Aw.
Like, she wanted to attack every bite, every bike, every person. Like, you couldn't do anything.
She's probably feeling more comfortable now, and the trail work is also another good one too, because of all that movement.
Yeah, we actually have done that. She's just too into it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we go like 5 feet and she's done.
I feel like the humidity just jumped up.
Hey, come here.
That's where, like, having the cart and everything is a good idea.
Yeah.
You can give her breaks. Hi. Oh, sorry. Here, let's go this way.
Oh, come here. Come on, Indy.
Do you guys have any questions or anything?
Good.
Cool.
I think she's
Good
doing
girl.
great.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
She's a good girl.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure. Like I said, she picks up everything really quickly, and she's been having a blast with everyone there. So
As long as I can leave the house, we're all, you know, if we're all able to leave the house at one time, that would be great. Because she, like I said, I just kind of felt hostage lately. And I think that was the big thing, because we can't leave. Someone always has to be at home with her.
Yeah, her going to the bathroom in the apartment, or just possibly coming home and things being destroyed.
And then being jumped on as soon as I walk in the door.
oh.
I can deal with the jumping, just the smell of
Yeah.
destruction.
Yeah, she hasn't had any accidents too, which is good. Like I said, there's always going to be a big difference from the boarding situation to back home.
Yeah.
Towards the end of her stay, we're going to try to simulate it as much as possible, but it's kind of weird for me to just, like, leave a dog for an extended period of time. Mostly because I also have to relocate all the other dogs.
Yeah.
I'll be working with the boarding dog, and that's where they'll kind of take turns, but then, like, I have to either move the other ones upstairs or to the other place or something like that. So that way she's, like, alone. Good girl.
Good girl.
Hi.
No training.
She's scared. Why?
She's just very scared of everything.
She'd be alright.
Isn't she? She's just so scared. It's just the funniest thing.
Just having to get her out there and socialize her has been the important part.
Punishment. I don't know what they did to her previously owners?
Might have just been her own demeanor and temperament too, though.
Maybe.
She just seems like a very like kind of reserved disposition, and then you combine that with maybe not being able to socialize because of COVID or something like that, and then you get a dog or a person that just doesn't know what the outside world is and how to adjust and things like that.
I'm socially awkward too, girl.
You're doing so good.
Good girl.